Is it really possible to start a successful Amazon business with just $100? Today, we're going to find out. Because when most people think about starting an Amazon business, they're thinking about buying products from China and trying to launch a brand from scratch. But did you know that there's already millions of products that you can hop on as a brand new Amazon seller and start seeing sales? Because of course, it would be great if we all had $20,000 to start a business with, but unfortunately, that's just not the reality. So today, I'm actually going to show you two major ways that you can start an Amazon business with very little capital. These are things that I have actually done myself on my way to selling over $8 million on Amazon so far. But let's go ahead and start with the cheapest method possible. We can actually go to the thrift store and start finding inventory to resell on your Amazon business. Let's cut to our trip to the store. All right, so since we're on such a limited budget to start a side hustle, a really good place to start is going to Goodwill and looking at literally used books, stuff that people usually see as trash is actually how I personally got started selling stuff on Amazon, starting to make money online myself. And after my first year of doing what I'm about to do live with you guys right now, I had actually made about $30,000 in profit that I used to go on and grow into a multi-million-dollar Amazon business. But let me show you where we can start buying stuff. Let's see, they got books for $1 to $2 here up on the shelves at Goodwill, and we're going to see what we can find to sell for a pretty good ROI to get our business going and kind of get off the ground. And even if you don't have a thrift store like this nearby you, we're also going to break down a different way that you can start selling on Amazon with a very low budget, even after we're scanning some of these books here. So make sure you guys stick around. I'm going to show you multiple different ways to get after it. But what we're going to want to do to start looking for stuff to sell on Amazon is to go ahead and check out one of these aisles right here. I'm looking at like nonfiction. There's like textbooks and religious stuff like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull out this app called SellerAmp. You guys are going to see everything I'm looking at in the data here. So I'm going to go ahead and clip on the mic. We're going to see what we can find. And when we are scanning some of these products using the SellerAmp app, I want to show you guys the data that we're actually looking at. So like, for example, I scanned the barcode on this book right here. On the top left, it's going to show me the BSR, the bestsellers rank. If it was 1, it would be the best-selling book on Amazon. So this being a 200,000 sales rank is like pretty decent. Usually I like to sell things that are in like the top 1 million in books, sometimes 2 million. If the profit's pretty good, you can see SellerAmp telling me this sells 23 times a month. And right now, this used price that's being circled in pink right there, that means that that is the price on Amazon. If you went and tried to buy this book right now and you wanted to buy it in used condition, that's what's going to show up in the add to cart price. So for this example, we would be able to list this book and sell it at $8.30. So if we plug that into the fee calculator on SellerAmp, I can see since we're buying these books for $1 in paperback, we sold this for $8.30. We would lose $1.26 after our fees, shipping, taxes, all that good stuff. So obviously not something we want to look for. Usually I'm looking for things where the used price right there is at least like 12 bucks or so. So that's what we're gonna be looking out for today. So when it comes to looking for books, I like to click this middle button down here. This is gonna let me like quickly scan through all of the opportunities on the shelf. So like, let's scan this first one here and we can see all the stats. So you can basically see there are, 125 people selling this. The cheapest price that people are paying in used condition, obviously we're buying used books, we're gonna be selling it in used condition, is $9. So just to get a breakdown of what that's gonna look like, if we try to sell this for $9 on Amazon, we're buying it for $2. That means we're actually gonna lose like $4 after Amazon fees. And I'll even show you where all of that money goes, right? Because, we gotta pay Amazon for them to do all the work and ship stuff for us. So you guys can see in this case, it's gonna cost me about $6 to $7 in fees to Amazon just to sell the item for me. It's also gonna cost me about $1.50 to ship this product into Amazon. So after all that's said and done, we need to look for something with a little bit more profit. So I like looking for personally like a lot of like, newer religious stuff or just like religious stuff in general can be pretty good. I found some pretty crazy ones. One of my best finds ever was a nursing textbook that we found for like $1 and I sold it for 150 bucks or so. And I'm just gonna start scanning through some of this stuff here and we'll see if we can find anything. I usually just kind of like to skim for the newer looking, covers, newer looking titles, that kind of thing. Here's an interesting one. You can see this sold a while back so this sold back in April. So that green line on SellerAmp is showing me the sales rank over time. So it looks like somebody did make a sale on this back in April and the price is $20. So this one is interesting. Let's go ahead and pull up the main profit here. So if we pay $1 for this, sell it for 20, we would make $8 in profit. It could take us a little bit to actually make the sale on this product. So this would be kind of one of those borderline things. If it, in this case, we're literally buying it for $1. So maybe that's worth the risk for you. If you are just getting started, I think it's a great one to start on. If you got like, 20 bucks to your name, you can probably find something better. So let's keep skimming through here. And I want to look for things that are maybe like school books, that kind of thing. Those can be really good. So let's see, I'm just gonna do a quick skim through. I see this like newer looking religious book. That could be good. Let's see, no, that one's like $5 in used condition. What about this guy? It's like a newer looking textbook. It could be good. Oh, okay. All right, we're cooking here. So I'd say point proven for sure, because this is 42 bucks on the shelf in used condition. Their paperbacks are $1. Here, I'll show you guys the sign, right? Paperbacks are $1 here. So I'm buying this for $1 and it's going for $42 in used condition. So bang, right? We've been in this store for how long have I been recording? 5 minutes. I was here getting set up maybe 3 or 4 minutes before that. So let's call it 10 minutes. And we made 26 bucks in profit right there. So we definitely want to get that. So I like it. Let's see. Are there any other like textbooks and stuff in that genre? A lot of their books here, like on the older side, sometimes like biographies and stuff can be good. So we can definitely check this out. Let's go back to used mode there. Let's see. What about this? Interesting. Sells for 12 bucks. When did it sell? So this one would be probably profitable. We're buying it for $1, selling it for 12, but I don't see the last time the sales rank actually dropped, like, unless we go way out to like 2025. So we'll zoom in on this on the edit so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But like that sales rank has just been continually climbing for the last like year, which means no one's bought it in the past year. So we'd want to skip that one for sure, even though it would be like a profitable book. Let's see, this one's interesting. It's like a financial options trading or something. Okay, 16 bucks. Sells pretty well. I see lots of sales. So all those little green drops on the SellerAmp chart are individual sales in this product, and lots of people have been buying this for like $20+. So let's open up the full stats on this one as well. Just selling this for 15. We're buying it for $1, so make $3 profit, and that includes shipping, tax, you know, all that other good stuff that we already talked about there. So up to 29 bucks in profit. Plus, if you wanted to buy that other one, it would be profitable. This one's interesting. This tag is somebody's old Amazon tag, which means that, you know, at least at one point somebody sold this profitably on Amazon. So let's see. What I might actually do here is use the AI image search. So we can go back to the main scan and we can just like take a picture of this product, press analyze, and then that's going to try to find that book on Amazon for us. I just kind of have a feeling just based on looking at it. I sold about $100,000 worth of used books buying, shopping at stores like this before I ever got started on Amazon. So kind of start to develop a little bit of a feel for it. Let's see. Not seeing it come up. I'm going to type in the title real quick, just as like a last resort here. We could also type in the ISBN, which I think in this case is going to be a little bit faster because this title is super long. And let's see. Okay, so I punched in the ISBN here and I can see, okay, yeah, so there's people on this for 25 bucks in used condition. Yeah, so we're selling this for 25. We're buying it for $1. There's another 13 bucks in profit. So far we spent $3 and we have made whatever's on screen. I'm already forgetting my mental math, but clearly a pretty good place to get started here. I'm going to do a quick skim through the rest of these textbooks and stuff. Let's see. This one could be profitable. Not seeing too much. Here's another like textbook type thing. You guys can see on screen. It's like probably like a politics textbook or something. Wasn't seeing any profit there though. Let's see. When was the last time this sold? This sells occasionally. Last sale was in February. Selling for 21 bucks. I don't think it's going to be quite profitable enough. That'd be another one where maybe you take a risk on it. Let's keep skimming through here, see if we can find anything. And just because most of these stores will have a lot of junk as well, it's important to kind of just be scanning the stuff that maybe looks good off at first glance, right? I'm never going to really scan like this type of stuff where it's like super like old looking. I don't know, just like, you know, it's like a parenting book from forever ago. We could even see, yeah, so this is a 7 million sales rank in that BSR right there. That means that it is the 7 millionth best-selling book on Amazon, which, you know, doesn't probably ever sell anymore. So that's kind of what we're hoping to avoid. And what we are looking for is usually like more modern. So if you have like 5 minutes on your way to work to hit a thrift store, start trying to find some stuff you can make a profit on, then the like textbooks, nonfiction, that's going to be your best bet. And we're going to keep scanning here for just a second. And then in a second, we're also going to jump into a different store and I'm going to show you a completely different way that we can look for some profit at these places as well. Because when it comes to looking at things that we can sell on Amazon, a lot of times it's going to come down to the fact that we can only buy one thing here. Obviously, we're buying very cheap things here, but as you scale, you don't want to always have to be buying used books. Like I mentioned, I actually sold used books for my first like year of selling on Amazon. That's the only thing I sold, and I made pretty good money. I made like $30,000 profit doing it, but it was a lot of work and I could have made it a lot easier on myself. So that's what we're going to do here in just a second. But I do want to make sure I'm not missing anything that is like really jumping off the shelf to me. If you're, you know, super in the weeds, you'd want to be scanning everything on the shelves, especially just to like learn the basics, and then you'll get good at knowing what to skip. Let's see. Oh yeah, I bet this one's going to be super profitable. Check this out. It's a guide to using Facebook that is super old. Who is it? I don't know if I want to know who was ever even buying that in the first place, if you needed a textbook to learn how to use Facebook. Okay, cool. So there's definitely going to be some more profit on the shelf just for the sake of the video. We've been scanning. How long have I been recording? I've been recording for 13 minutes now. And in that time, we made, you know, 40 bucks or so in profit. So a little bit better than the minimum wage job I was working before I started selling books on Amazon. So next up, let's go ahead and head to TJ Maxx, where we can break down a different way that we can start making money on Amazon, also with a limited budget. All right, so the thrift store I was just at actually had a Marshall's like right next door. So I wanted to pop in and show you kind of an alternative to starting an Amazon business with very little startup money. And it all relies on the exact same principles, except for this, we want to be still using the SellerAmp app. So I'm gonna start recording so you guys can see everything that I am looking at on my phone. And then what I usually want to look for is these beautiful tags right here, these clearance end caps and that kind of thing. Because what we can do is, just like we did at Goodwill, we can scan products. And now instead of finding like insanely high ROI products, we're gonna tend to find more profitable products per thing that you scan, but they're gonna cost more money. And typically you can get at least a couple units depending on what they have on the shelf as well. So like this, for example, you guys can see these like lashes I just scanned. They're selling these for $7 on Amazon. They're going for 12, so not enough profit after it's all said and done there. Let's see, I see there's like a clearance like a makeup palette here. Make sure I can close this back up so that the packaging looks good, because at the end of the day, you want to make sure you're shipping out, you know, new stuff to Amazon customers. With books, we're selling in used condition. With this, we can actually sell it in new condition on Amazon. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, we're able to fix this up. So this is actually a $6 clearance item, and it's selling for 20 bucks on Amazon, sells 155 times a month. So I'm definitely gonna be on the lookout for more of these. That's the other thing that kind of scales with this method as well, is every time you go to Marshall's now, you know that they probably have some more of these on clearance, so you can just kind of start picking up. Unless you have a crazy encyclopedic knowledge, you're probably not gonna remember every book you've ever scanned, because every store you go to is gonna have a combination of, you know, potentially millions of different books. Let's see. So like that one's profitable. Here's another one that could be interesting. We're buying it for $4. This sells for 16. So this could be another product we're curious. So this is probably another product that I would want to look into selling on my store. And when it comes to selling name brands on Amazon, the reason I actually sold used books for a year, like I was talking about, is because I didn't realize that people like us could get approved to sell big brands, you know, name brand toys, name brand makeup, that kind of thing. So if that's been something you've seen before and you're kind of confused on that, what you can do is you can go into Boxem, which is the tool that you use to ship all your inventory, manage profit, all that kind of stuff anyway. And there's actually a bulk ungating tool that will show on screen. You can click one button and your store will start automatically checking tons of brands and getting approved to sell brands completely free. There's any name brands that you can come out to stores like this and look for, or source those same products online, which I have tons of videos on my channel breaking down as well. But that tends to work a little bit better if you have closer to, you know, like $1,000 to start your business versus, you know, limited budget, 50 to 100 bucks, that kind of thing. That's where you got to go out to stores so that we can find these higher ROI products and then kind of unlock the potential for us to start sourcing some of this stuff at home. So let's see, let me check a couple more. So like obviously not everything's going to be good. So like this sells 6 times a month. They want us to buy it for 4, selling for 8. You know, it's not good for multiple reasons. So obviously not everything is good when we're out at the store scanning. So for me personally, if I were starting all over on Amazon right now with $100, I would be going to used bookstores until I had anywhere from $500 to $1,000 made in profit. When we were at the bookstore just now, we had already had, you know, 30 or 40 bucks in profit. So it shouldn't take you a super long time to start making those sales, get some sales under your belt. And then once that's done, start scaling with name brand things. Just because it's a little more scalable, it's easier to spend through all your capital, because that eventually becomes the bottleneck, is how do I spend all my money, making sure that I ROI on it every month and keep the snowball going from there. So with all that in mind though, now you know 2 different ways to start sourcing some product on a limited budget. If you want to learn more about these specifics on all the different metrics I look for when I'm sourcing products, where I actually source my inventory from, or you just want a free community of other Amazon sellers, I'll leave a link down below for a free course that over 60,000 Amazon sellers have started their Amazon business with, called the Launchpad. That'll also give you access to the Discord where you can ask me questions, that kind of thing as well. And if you're ready to start taking action on your Amazon business today, your next step is going to be to grab that free trial of SellerAmp, go hit the bookstore, go hit a store like Marshall's and see what you can find. And if you want to see even more details on how to start an Amazon business, I made you a 5-hour long free Amazon course. You can click this video right here to watch that.